Okay, so what I'm talking about today is the income trap. And this is the main reason most people don't experience the freedom side of the fit and free lifestyle, the money freedom and the time freedom, is they fall into the income trap. And what that means is they're working for the wrong type of income. And I want to show you what I'm talking about. The way I look at it, there's two primary income categories. I know a lot of people can describe this in different ways, but the way I look at it is you've got the exchange economy. This is where you are exchanging a unit of your production for a unit of value or pay coming back to you. Okay? It could be you're exchanging an hour or a week for an hourly wage or a salary. It could be you're exchanging a sale for a commission, or even if you're a solopreneur and you own a small business, but you are directly tied to the creation of the income, meaning you have to go do the work to get the money, then you will still fall under the exchange economy. Now, if you're a fan of Robert Kiyosaki and you've read his book, The Four Quadrants, you'll know that what I'm talking about is the left side, the E and the S's, the employees and the small business owners. Okay? Now you can make varying income here. You can make pretty good money in the exchange economy depending upon what you're doing, but you'll never have both financial freedom and time freedom, because if you're not there doing the work, you're not getting paid, so you're directly tied to the creation of your income. Now the other type of income out there is a value creation economy. Okay? In the value creation economy, what you're doing here is you're creating something of value that can continue to pay you multiple times after you finish creating it. All right? And this can lead to residual income and leveraged income. And these are the two keys to creating freedom when it comes to your finances. Residual income is simply getting paid on the sale or on the production of something that's purchased time and time again after your work on it has finished. And I'll give you a couple of examples so you know exactly what I'm talking about. You think about a popular musician today, okay, and they go out and they create a new CD, or maybe I'm dating myself, they create a new download on iTunes, and it becomes really popular, and they recorded it once, put it on iTunes, but every time somebody goes and buys that, they get paid residually. Same thing for like an author, like you look at J.K. Rowling, who wrote the Harry Potter series. Today, she is continuing to make money on book sales, movie sales, and merchandise, even though she finished creating the books years ago. Right? Who would agree that's a really good way to get paid if you can set up a residual income stream? Right? The other thing we're talking about is leveraged income. Now, there's a couple of ways to create a leveraged income. You know, I'm actually a solopreneur in one of my businesses. I own a carpet and tile cleaning company, but I actually do all the work. I go out and make the sales, do the marketing, as well as render the service, and then my wife runs the office. But if we're not working, we're not getting paid. If I want to turn this company into a leveraged income, I'd have to do what my friend in Texas did named Howard Partridge, where he owns a $2.5 million a year carpet cleaning business. He's got 10 trucks, 10 crews, an office manager, and he still handles the marketing. But if he goes on vacation for 2 weeks, his office manager's still running his business, his crews are still out there cleaning, his company's still making money, and he's still getting paid as the owner. Okay, that's a leverage income. He is starting to leverage other people's efforts, and those efforts are paying him. Another example of leverage income, think of your average real estate broker or insurance broker. They can make money when they go make a sale as a commissioned salesperson, but being a broker, they're also responsible for developing, training, motivating, and supporting a sales team. So whenever one of their agents goes and makes a sale, the broker is going to leverage that income or get paid an override on their sales, creating leveraged income. Now, J. Paul Getty, the country's first billionaire, said, I'd rather get paid 1% of my... I'd rather get paid 1% on 100 people's efforts than 100% of my own efforts, and that's a form of leveraged income. But the important question isn't how does real estate brokers do it, how does J.K. Rowling do it, or how does Rob Thomas do it, or anybody like that. The question is, how are me and you going to do it? How are we going to get to this residual and leveraged income? And for most people, the best way to get there, the simplest way to get there, is through business ownership. Now, what we're talking about here on Robert's scale is big business. He's also got investors, which I'll talk about in just a second, but that's not what I'm actually referencing today. So you look at business ownership. Okay, there's a couple ways you can look at starting a business. You can do a startup like I did with my carpet and tile cleaning company, where you have to think of everything. You've got to come up with the entire programs, the systems, the products, the pricing, the marketing. You've got to handle all the headaches of growth and compliances, and all of this stuff, and it all falls on you. And if you've ever watched the show Shark Tank or The Profit, I highly recommend them. You see exactly what it takes and how much money it can take to start a small business from the ground up. Now, because that is so difficult and the failure rate is so high in those, a lot of people will come out and instead of doing it all themselves, they're going to buy a franchise. Now, the benefit to buying a franchise, there's a couple really big benefits to it. Number one, you get a proven system. You don't have to come up with the system. They already have a roadmap that's been proven. All you have to do is plug in and follow it. It makes the success ratio much, much higher. They also typically have a little bit of name recognition. The company handles some of the marketing for you. You know, there's just certain things, and it leaves you to focus on building your business, not dealing with a lot of the ancillary things that comes with business ownership. Some of the downsides, much more expensive than a startup. You typically pay royalty fees in addition to the upfront franchising fees. They're typically limiting you geographically. I mean, if you buy a McDonald's on the corner of your local town, you're not going to benefit from somebody who lives in a different state, right? So that's somewhat targeted geographically, but it's still a good business model. However, most people can't afford what it costs to buy a franchise, nor can they afford to quit their job and have no income while they're building the franchise. So it's not a real good option for a lot of people. On the reverse side of that, you can come down here to affiliate programs and network marketing. Now, they offer a lot of the same benefits as a franchise. They have proven systems of success already in place that you can just plug into. The parent company handles the product development, the R&D, the compliance issues, the expansion issues, the legal issues, a lot of the tax issues, except for your own personal taxes, but you don't have to worry about corporate taxes. So the company handles the majority of the issues of running a business, leaving you to do the one thing you need to do well, and that's going out and marketing and building a sales team, which enables you to take advantage of leveraged income. And depending on the type of products they're selling, if they're selling something that the consumer is going to buy over and over again, or a membership that they're going to pay for over and over again, coaching programs, things along those lines that each month they buy to continue to get the value that's being offered, you then kick into the residual income side. So the secret to being able to move from the exchange economy where you're trading your personal effort for pay to the value creation economy is to start your own business. And in my opinion, the best way to start a small business is by starting with an affiliate program or a network marketing program, because it's the simplest and cheapest way to do it and offers you a good chance of success. Now, in the next video, what I'm going to talk about are the 6 most common objections that most people have when it comes to affiliate programs and network marketing. So if you fall on that fence, if you kind of like what I said, but you're not so sure about those industries, make sure you watch the video tomorrow where I'm going to cover at least probably one of the objections you're thinking of right now, I'm going to cover tomorrow. All right, so have a great day.